So you're pre-approved and ready to start your showings. Where do you even begin? The pre-approval is just the budget. Now we need to get down to the nitty-gritty and possibly save you and me some time. If you're not quite sure what to look for in a neighborhood, here are some things to consider in scouting your ideal location, because remember, your realtor can't choose for you. House shopping is much more than bedrooms and bathrooms. I recommend you first try to narrow down location, location, location. If you have or are planning to have children, you might want to look into the schools in the area. Schools. For many, they choose the school district first and then they narrow down their preferences within the chosen school district. I follow a blogger who said they always buy inexpensive properties in their favorite school district when they move, and then they do the upgrades themselves. But they're handy and know how to make those upgrades. What about the rest of us? Where do you like to shop? How close would you like the grocery, the pharmacist, and the other stores that you frequent to be? Do you work outside of the house? Do you have a time constraint on what you would like your commute to be? Would you like an alternate as a bus? Would you like to walk sometimes or maybe bike? That's all up to you. Do you have a place of worship that you want to be close to? Where are your friends and family located? Do you want to be close by or far enough that they will always call first? Do you want to be close to a certain major highway? When my sister was looking, she wanted to live on a one-way street. That was her preference. Me, I always recommend that you try to see the property during the day and at night. Do you want to be in a development, or are you completely opposed to that? Electric, gas, oil, are you strongly opposed to any of those? A lot of people don't like oil, and I also hear a lot of complaints about an electric range. Why or why not? Is it an absolute no? Do you have a pet or see one in your future and you want a backyard? What about the backyard space? Do you want a deck? Is pavers okay? Do you need a flat yard, less yard? You don't even like the idea of having a cut grass. This all needs to be hashed out. Do you have plans to add a swimming pool, so you want the backyard space to be flat? Do you need off-street parking or prefer a garage, so you have some extra space for a man cave or a she shed? Maybe you don't want the expense of a car and insurance, so you want to be in a community where everything is somewhat close by and you can walk to get there and it doesn't require you to drive. Do you want your laundry room on the first or second floor? Maybe you want one floor living, no stairs. Absolutely gotta have a fireplace. Is central air a must, or are you okay with window units? Move-in condition, or do you prefer the savings of a fixer-upper? Do you want to be near your favorite health club or gym? What about what kind of drainage system and water does the property have? Are you okay with well water or a septic tank, or do you prefer that be managed by the municipality? Do you have frequent guests? Does your property need to offer additional parking for those guests? Or maybe you prefer to be near outdoor activities, near parks and walking paths or communities with curbsides. Do you need a dedicated parking space, driveway, carport, or is a garage necessary? Do you need multiple garages? Do you need to be close to the airport? Do you want to live in a quiet, established area or somewhere more lively? These are all things to consider before beginning your search to possibly save you some time. These are questions about your lifestyle, which brings me to another very interesting point. What if it's not just you? You need your partner to create a wish list too, so you can compare and confirm your list with the absolute must and the other wishes where you are more flexible. Be honest with yourselves and get the inconsistencies and conflicts out the way before you begin your journey and end up arguing in front of your realtor. That's never happened, by the way. Also, I want you to consider some trade-offs. Would you swap the size of your garage for a bonus room? Or maybe a garden? What if you could be closer to work, but the community has an HOA? Is that worth a trade? What if you had the option for one less bedroom, but you'd get a finished basement instead? Kitchen island, or are you willing to swap that for a first floor laundry room? These are just some of the hypotheses that I like you to consider before you begin your journey, because if we make the criteria too strict, we might block out some of these things. So if you're okay, say for example, with a 3-bedroom house, but you're open to more, then start the criteria at 3. you know, because you're not requiring for. That way you may get the 3-bedroom house with a finished basement. So these are just some things I'd like you to think about before you begin your home search. Remember, a reality check is everything you can't live without. And the wish list is, this would be really nice to have. You need to have this conversation with yourself and your partner and be completely honest about the minimums you need to be comfy in your home. This is your life. You should have some comforts at home. I don't sell anyone on a home. People typically know what they're looking for. I'm here to support you on your journey. To hear about some of the different communities here in the Lehigh Valley, check out my video on small towns near Allentown. I've also made several other videos about said towns, so I'm not sure which one would be best for you to watch next, but I'll figure it out. My name is Tiffany Nelson. I'm a realtor here in the greater Allentown area. If you or someone you know needs a realtor, I would love to hear from you. My contact information is always below. Thanks so much for watching.